perform another rad sample. Then the fourth. And the last one. So after that, I just finalize. And the sampling process is over. I wait for around 3 minutes and I get the report. So you will see that the total number of minutes or time I use here is only about 7. That is 7, but now we have used more because I'm teaching. 5 to 7. That is according to the time you take to feed the farmer's detail and the sample. So I think we wait for maybe 1 minute. So as we wait, let me just do this.
One of the other good features about this soil testing method is that one of the things we're trying to create is our databases. So something that you'll go over tomorrow in the training is with another program that we work with, which is another app called eProd. So eProd is a database system that can hold all of our information for all of our farmers. Currently we use it as fresh crop, and this is how we gather all of our data and to be able to make our decisions. And with this AgroCare product, as we get people uploaded into eProd, this information, if we enter the same information that we have in eProd, this can automatically be uploaded into your farmer's profile. So this is something that will be accessible through an app, through the eProd system that can go directly on the phone. So I know yesterday you guys got a presentation from DigiFarm about smartphone financing. So you're starting to connect all those dots, and what we're trying to do is to be able to enable you guys to have all the knowledge and also be able to topple that with new technology. So as we get smartphones, we start to get new apps, we start to get technology that integrates directly with these apps so that we can all become smart farmers. So these databases will allow us to be able to make better decisions, because as you learn tomorrow, that we'll be able to upload all the sprays. We're hopefully at some point going to be able to upload all of the mechanization services that potentially Hello Tractor is offering to you guys directly onto this app. You'll be able to input all the harvest data, and this is all through new technology that we're going to be introducing you to. So I don't want to speak too much about what you're going to be learning tomorrow, but there's also going to be equipment that we're going to be introducing you to that also, similar to the soil sampling, also connects Bluetooth directly to your app that can upload directly into our farmer's profile. So it's not going to be a guessing game. Is that you have farmers and you think these guys are well-performing farmers. It's no longer going to be just we're thinking that. Now we're going to have the data to go back and say, hey, did this farmer do all the mechanization services that are required for potatoes? Click into their profile, yes. Did this farmer follow our program of 1 acre package with all of the fertilizers, all of the sprays? It's directly loaded into our app. Did they follow the recommendations that we gave them for their soil sampling? We can all find that directly in the app. Then we can also upload all of the harvest that we got directly from their plots last time. So you can then say, this guy, you can look at all of his data. Indeed, he is one of our high-performing farmers. Or you can say, he seems like one, but then you go to his data and say, he didn't do this spray, he didn't do this spray, and last season, I forgot, he only got 1 ton per acre. So now it takes that just a thought process that maybe you're thinking they're good to now basing it on data, because that's how farming has to be done, is based on data. So this is just one of the aspects that we're introducing. know, you have the technology from Hello Tractor that also has a database where we can get information from. Tomorrow you're going to be introduced to another technology company that can also help us to gather all this data into one place. So this is just a really important aspect of farming, because, you know, Fresh Crop is introducing you to new technologies in our demos every year. Now we're starting to incorporate all this demo and being able to introduce it out to you guys as farmers, so that you guys can also start to utilize some of this technology. So technology is the future of farming. So like everything else I've been telling you, embrace it. You know, it's not saying that you're going to be using every one of these technologies tomorrow, but now you're starting to get your eyes on them. You can start to make those first steps in utilizing this technology.
Maybe can you tell us where we source this technology and how much it costed this single machine?
I don't know the costing. If Brendan was here, he's our finance guy, he'd be able to tell you. Do you happen to know?
I had Brendan has that such information.
Yeah, I'll let
It's
Brendan.
a bit costly.
Yeah, it's a bit costly of information or of the machine, but I know we're planning as Fresh Crop to be able to offer the services to our farmers. We don't quite have the exact program which we're going to be doing, but I know that if we start to introduce farmers to this, they bring their soils here outside of our program to get tested, and then they buy products directly from our agro vets. I know that's going to be a subsidy that's going to be offered if you buy products from us. So it won't be a cost. As long as you're going to buy some products for us, we can reduce that from the cost of the products that you have. Now, that's not going to be the exact program that we're running, but that's the thought process behind it. And when we're talking about contract farming, this one will also be just included in that. But outside of those contracts, you'll also be able to have farmers that can bring soil samples here. We test them for them, and then if they buy products, we don't charge them for the soils testing services.
Umesikia hiyo? Ya wale watu ambao tunafanya kazi nao, ukituletea mchanga na mnunue vitu zetu, hii hatutakuwa tunacharge, itakuwa free. And something else is that we are doing free samples currently, targeting 3,000 samples. And how many so far have we done?
We are 1255.
We are 1255 and every stop 18. So if you guys can give me those 18, then I'll be good to go. So we'll make arrangements tomorrow on how to get specific cooperatives to go and do it right there.
Yes.
For free.
And the reason behind trying to get these 3,000 samples is because this database helps us to give more accurate information on the nutrition that's needed in specific areas. So we want to be able to say that if you come from this region of Narok, we have a whole database of soil samples there to say that in this specific area of Narok, we're seeing that this is the best nutrition that works in that region. So as you guys are going out there and talking, and with this 1,800, the more samples that come from your region that are spread out, you know, don't just go there and take one chamba and get 7 different samples, because that's, we'll test them and it'll be fine, but the person that'll be affected is your people. Because if we don't have samples that are from that end of the region, that end of the region, then we'll never know. If that samples all come from right here, then how are we going to tell a farmer that all the way over that side that this is the right nutrition? So, you know, we want to make sure that this database is going to be real, so that we can give you guys the real information that you need to maximize your production.
Thank you, Chris.
Any other questions as we're waiting?
Distributed. You have a sample of the report. So, with me. So I think I was to distribute this one, but we'll just go over it. So this is a sample of the report. So there you see the general, we have the general information. the sample number, field name, the date that the sample was done, the crop name, which is potato, the field size, and the target yield, and the location. So under there we have the soil fertility status. So if your soil, we have the high, the adequate, and the low. Obviously the adequate iko sawa. Ukiona iko adequate, wewe unajua hiyo shamba hiyo kitu inahitaji hiyo kitu. Kama hapa tunasema niko na Evans, inasema the pH, the organic carbon iko adequate, sawa. So ye hata hitaji kuweka nini, kuongeza pH, the organic carbon iko tu sawa. The total nitrogen iko yangu yenye niko nayo hapa iko very high. So Evans won't need to add another nitrogen. Na kama ataongeza ni kiwango kidogo. Soil borne moisture tunapima nitrogen, NPK, the major soil nutrients. Then you can solve kwa yenye kwa kuona wewe question. Yes. Yeah. So anauliza hapa tuko na soil fertility. So we have the soil fertility. Tuko na hii graph, bar graph, na tuko na soil status. Ni the same thing. Sawa? Difference ni hii ya bar graph tunaangalia hapo ka box kadogo ka black. Mnakaona hapo. So hapo ndio kana kuambia, so that's why nilikuwa nataka ku distribute hii yenye tuko the same. The total nitrogen kwa huyu yake iko wapi? Iko hapa juu. Kama mnaona. So iko very high. Na tunataka tutatumia hii akili. Let's go to this one. Hii yenye iko hapa chini, the second graph. The table form. So tuko na hiyo pH. Kwa hiyo pH tuko na parameters zenye tuna measure hapa. So the first parameter we have the pH, the second organic carbon, total nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, na tukiendelea hivyo. The second we have the unit pH in grams nini. Haya. So the third part we have the analysis result. So hizi ndi zenye ziko kwa hiyo shamba yako. Hizi ndi zenye tumepata wapi? Hapa kwa hii mchanga. Tuko hapo? Haya. Hizi ndizo ziko hapo. So the next tunapata range inafaa ikuwa wapi? Kama ni potato na lima, range yake inafaa kuwa wapi?